Hey, everybody. Good morning. Today is Wednesday. A little bit of change of plans. My class was canceled for today, but I'm back and we're ready to play some Against All Odds, just kind of casual. Lately I've been trying to avoid going like kind of putting too much energy into my stream because I'm not really at a place right now where that's like something I really need to focus on. I'd rather just kind of just enjoy myself and just chat, have a place to, basically like kind of radio style stream right now. It's kind of what we're doing. So yeah, like basically just kind of what we're doing. Listen to some music right now that very.
Overcast stack, past that dutchie to the left side. I'm plugged like Best Buy, plus on the screen page on your girl's desktop.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be a little bit quiet while I'm listening. I'm listening to some good music right now. I don't want to put the normal music on just yet. Well, we're at 42K fans at 10K cash, but those fluctuate. The fans fluctuate. You gotta not get so attached to that. That's just an indicator of your current skill based on the pairing pool. It's basically your ELO. Your fans are like your ELO or like your ranking in this game. So the more fans you have, the more consistently good you've been doing. So if you get last place consistently, you lose fans. If you get first place consistently, you grow more fans, and then everything in between. Like soda popping? Okay. Oh yeah, you guys can't hear the music. It said like pop, like soda. Like I'm like, oh.
All my niggas, they legalize weed, and they in there for just that. Cashing out, giving lap dances at the kickback. We move together like a packet full of Tic Tacs. Speaking of,
I don't know the exact rules on that because I'm white. I don't. Are there like rules about like whether or not I can like listen to music that like has like black culture in it? Apparently, there's people who think that that's bad. Like, dude, like seriously, like, why don't we let black people determine like the culture? Why are white people determining what is and isn't okay for black culture? Like, why don't we let black people, kind of determine that? And then, like, obviously not a single person, like a just random person is going to decide that something is or isn't something, I need to be on the fence, so I'm not going to say exactly what I mean. I need to learn from the best, like Nick Pollum and all them. I need to learn from the best how to be on the fence, and then I can be more successful in life, I think. Because then I can, like, say what people want to hear more. I think then I might be able to get a little bit more advancement in society if I can learn those little secret handshakes the world wants me to do, but because I'm autistic, I have to like study how to do it. And so I've been studying for 4 years how people like navigate like intense political situations and people coming back from being canceled or not even being canceled, but everybody thinks they're being canceled, but they're actually not. After seeing people who have done like absolute, like not vile shit, but like
Flocko facility, fly guy, do or die, bed style, energy, simplify, BEY, these hoes hilarious, with cardiac serious, cardiac tank up, blow the central bank up, toll where you bank truck, nah baby it ain't luck, days without a wave, we prayed then we made one, see the God graces with flavors and fountains, X amount of mountains, X amount and X amount is countless, the wizard is a fraud, what you afraid for, saw a lot of thunder, no rainfall, keynote considered glowing, gifted geometric, shoe 11.
Stars of the story got 'em moving different. Goofy niggas. The hate being the jeans, look, it's the
It's like some good music.
We're back again, folks. I'm your host, Tom Jackson, accompanied by the wonderful Phil Hawkins, bringing live entertainment for all ages.
Prepare your limbs, contestants. It's game day. I sure hope the contestants brought running shoes. To win, players must be the first to reach the end of the course.
Perfect form right there, Phil.
What am I always saying, Tom? It's the smallest things that make the biggest impact on this sport.
Excellent time. That's actually a hard part to... Oh my goodness! It takes a lot of skill to pull off a move like that.
It is impressive for sure.
Millimeter precision on that slide.
Well,
Just
up there.
amazing.
Oh, fuck.
That person does not look healthy.
Super clean timing.
Amazing leg work on that bounce. They're sure gonna feel that in the morning. Great play.
Superb takeoff and equally superb landing.
Could this be the easiest?
No! Oh, wow! Just moments from the finish line. Heartbreaking stuff. Clean slide, Tom. And that's the round.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, this music's talking about real stuff. Every day, people talking about what they give a fuck about. Thinking that saying something's gonna bring about change. But what you gotta do is just live the dream and live your own way. Don't give credence to all those motherfuckers gonna tell you how to live, gonna tell you how to die. They decide that you're gonna live their way, but you know that you are who you are, whether or not you're trans or gay. Telling blacks people what they need to do in order to get their own shit. Telling trans people what they need to do to get their own shit. Let us live. Yeah, just let us live. We play games, not just in our minds. Filling us with the turpentine. Yeah, I don't know. It's like there's like a whole bunch of shit going on where like people just keep on like acting crazy, and like I think like the answer to that is just like LGBTQ. Like what we're seeing is that people are just being like completely calm and like just living their lives. And then when you see crazy people shouting and doing that stuff, they're kind of digging their own grave. Like, hey, like these trans people actually are just like people and like are just kind of like doing their own thing and not hurting anybody, and all these things that all this like misinformation and hate campaigns are doing.
Hello and welcome one and all.
I mean, it's not based in reality, and so basically it really sucks that we have to basically be like, I mean, this is where feminism has been for a while, where like civil rights for black people has been for a while. It's really fucked up, but it's the reality. Unfortunately, is you kind of can't fuck up, like, you know, because it'll set back really hard fought human rights. But that's fucked up because we're playing their game. Like, we have to play their game.
Nice little slide right there.
Oh. Oh, God.
Slick rise. Confident moves.
That's what'll win you games here, Tom. And another checkpoint down. Great stuff. Near perfect springboard jump. What an excellent performance we're witnessing.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's what all the music that everybody enjoys today came from. Was from black people fighting hard for acceptance in society, not just legal rights, okay? Do you understand? That it's in the same thing is happening with LGBTQ plus Americans, especially like, I mean, play all around the world, but like that's the same exact shit that's happening in a different way.
What a delight it has been.
There's not just about like civil rights, like it's about social rights, which is a huge part of the human experience. Like, imagine feeling like you're a pariah just for existing, and nobody, even if you're like a good person, even if you're entertaining, even if you're funny, people just automatically just have this huge bias from you and judge you like with like 3 million times more scrutiny than they would anybody else that they deem normal. And it's like, that's really where the problems are at. It's like, but how do you do that? Because you can't legally impose people to accept other people. You can impose protections, but then sometimes it just alienates people further into radicalized beliefs. And so like a lot of people really early on, I really loved music like jazz and, you know, hip hop is, you know, and like R&B, and then hip hop and like rap came from jazz, and like so this is like some blues or like R&B or soul or whatever you want to call it. It's obviously, you know, the 1920s were like a time of like integration, and where it wasn't necessarily just black music. It was like music, and that was kind of a big deal. Although obviously people still saw it as segregated, and it was really fucked up. And people like, you know, like apparently an asshole, but like Benny Goodman was very good at his job of being a band leader. And just said, you know what, fuck you, like, we can have black and white musicians, like, fuck it, it's about music, you know, it's not about, like, all this weird shit people add to it. And it's like, when are people gonna get it, that, like, the things we do as humans are just human things? Going to the bathroom, like, we separate things just based on, like, arbitrary sex characteristics, and even that is debatable when you see, like, more and more, like, public restrooms, like, literally just being, like, hey, like, you're in a stall. Like, why is anybody watching you, regardless of what their genitals look like, regardless of whatever sexual characteristics they have, like, why can't we just have a bathroom? And it's like, oh yeah, but we can't have men and women. Okay, so you're making a rule assuming that, like, people are going to be weird in the bathroom because of based on arbitrary, you know, not arbitrary completely, but like, basically like some like dichotomy of like sexual characteristics. It doesn't make any sense, because how about we punish people for breaking the law instead of making arbitrary rules
Welcome
that
back,
actually
folks.
don't even solve the
It's
problem,
that
and in a
time
lot of
again.
ways
The runners are
segregation
just getting
of
ready
genders
for
and,
their
and,
big moment.
and well,
Great
basically
to be here
of
as
sexual
always, Tom.
characteristics.
It's a battle
It's so
of
it like
speed,
enforces so many
tenacity, and a lot
toxic
of luck.
segregation of
Contestants
people
must outrun
in such a
their
way that
rivals to
people are
claim
like just
victory.
have complete misconceptions
And they're through
about
to the
people
next
from
section, Phil.
with different sexual
Phew, it was
characteristics.
close, but they made it safely.
Like whether or not someone's like assigned male or female at birth, it just comes up with like a system where misinformation is just rampant. Because like, I mean, if you're like, you know, case in point, this isn't even advanced. Oh fuck, this isn't even like super advanced like topic here. This is just like stuff that like 6-year-olds understand. They're like, oh yeah, I thought everybody has a pee-pee, or everybody has like, you know, a
Precision
thing
jumping
or whatever,
is one of the few
a vulva
overlooked
and
skills
whatever.
in Slaughter League. It's
But
amazing
like,
to see
what
it displayed
happens
so
is like people,
graciously.
like kids are the
Please,
ones who are like
laptop.
confused because they think that like they think that it's like
Phew,
that
it was close,
like the
but they made
people
it
of like the
safely.
opposite side of like sexual characteristics and stuff are somehow different than you.
Good
And that
job.
like, you know, oh yeah, you know, we're not supposed to talk to girls because they might think we're da 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 da, which is kind of what was drilled into me, was that I was taught that like, you know, because I was raised as a boy, even being a girl, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I never understood males at all, ever. I've never understood males. I always felt uncomfortable in social groups. Not with all my friends, but I noticed that like I didn't really feel like I ever understood like a lot of men.
That's the round over.
I got along with them, but I don't know. It's something that a lot of people don't really understand about gender. Yeah. I just got like really paranoid for a second. Oh fuck. I got like really paranoid for a second because like I know that like the bot like allows like does like I guess filtering, but you never know what someone's gonna play on that. Oh, and whoops. Um. What happened? Oops. It's like move Discord to the like other monitor. Okay. And it's not like I'm leaking anything or anything, but it's just, you know, habits. Yeah, I don't know. It's like there's a lot of stuff on my mind all the time. You know, things affect me very directly in a lot of this stuff, and it's like I feel like trans people, like, we need to like take a step back and realize like we've been fighting along for like a long time, and I think a lot of people don't understand that this has been going on for a very long time. The LGBTQ plus movement has been alongside the Black Lives Matter movement for a very long time, like since the 60s. or earlier. Obviously, the huge point was the solidification of the black community. That was a big deal, and so everybody else was like a supporting role. So LGBTQ were supportive, and it wasn't the center of the movement, because the movement that mattered was black rights, because there were no black judges, there was no black jurors, there were no black people in Congress, etc. Like, you can have legal protections, but if you don't have social representation, if you don't have social equity, if you don't have social currency, you're fucked, and you're on your own. And then when you try to do good by your own community, and like the rest of the society, especially in more states that are very racist, or, you know, in today's world, obviously there's still movement. I mean, Black Lives Matter movement's still happening. It's not like there is no like end point. It's a constant vigilance. If you ever lose vigilance, this like hate comes back, because it wants to exist. It wants to impose itself on other people. So the movement now needs to be focused on trans people, and it'll help. You know, now it's shifted, but it still involves all of us. So it's like, it's not just about trans people. It's not just about gay people. It's not just about black people or brown people or indigenous people or any other kind of religion people, because obviously your religion should be protected, but there's a difference. Like, I think we should be a little bit more scrutinous over, you know, like, yeah, you can have a religious belief, but there's still certain beliefs that are just determined to be like unacceptable. Like, if you're gonna claim religious belief of like, oh, I have a religious belief that gay people aren't, you know, shouldn't exist, and so I should be able to deny them healthcare, or like that's fucked up. That's discrimination. Discrimination is literally categorically not protected by the First Amendment. It's called discrimination. When you're saying like, oh, well, you get rights, but this other person doesn't, because I don't like that person's, because of the way they look, or the way they live, or the way they, who they love, or how they express themselves, and whatever they do to align with their body and mind. That's discrimination. It's not protected by free speech, and it never has been. And anybody who tries to argue and conflate that and kind of weasel their way into it, like with a technicality, by doing loopholes with the law, that was close. Yeah, anyway, let's focus on gaming. I'm you know, this is something that's really important to me, but it's like, I'm kind of just doing my own thing, because I'm not really I'm not really a political activist, and a lot of this talk is cheap, but, you know, the things that I'm capable of doing is, I can talk about things. Everybody can. Writing and public speaking, writing essays, they're there for a reason. It's because what else are we supposed to do? Sit back and be quiet and just accept punishment in life? There's a lot of things we don't have control over, but there are things we do have control over. And speaking our mind is one thing we definitely have control over, which means that we have a responsibility to try to be responsible with our words. But words are cheap, so it's not as bad as actions. Like, if you do bad things with your actions, it's much worse than doing bad things with your speech. However, speech can be really fucking dangerous. You know, like, what's the term? The pen is mightier than the sword? And that's because if you use words to move people and get people behind a cause, action starts to happen. You know, action doesn't, you know, obviously sometimes action is just necessity, like survival. But survival isn't the same as living, right? Having like legal rights, but no actual social rights, no social acceptance, no social integration at all, no social support. and having a government that's led by a very, very small minority of hyper discriminatory, hateful people, pushing an agenda of hate and discrimination against a very specific demographic of people that in some states only comprises like laws that would only affect like 24 people out of an entire state of like probably like what, like 1 million people or something like that, like hundreds of thousands of people, like whatever the population is, like 1 million people, like 24 people out of the entire state. I forgot where it was. Was it Kansas or something like that? Recently there was like a law passed that literally is only affecting 24 students, 24 children who are transgender and under the care of very, very, very good doctors. Transgender medicine probably has the most qualified people in all of medicine, because nobody gets into transgender medicine for money. Nobody gets into transgender medicine for money. Obviously, there's money in the medical industry. But they get into transgender medicine because they want to fucking save lives. Okay? That's how anybody gets into any profession in the medical industry. But obviously some pay more than others. If you want to make money, you get into some, like, you know, like become an anesthesiologist, because that'll literally, like, you respond, like, it's the like highest pressure, but like most needed and highest paid, like probably like the highest paid like position for. No, I hit the wall. Oh, I should have got the checkpoint. I hit the wall. God damn it. How come I can't consistently get this? I need to consistently get this drop. Because I was there at like 20 seconds. Do you understand? Yeah, you can't do it. It's really hard to do from jumping. You have to do it from falling. But I think I have to hit the wall first. Oh, no. I think if I just free fall, maybe it's more. Maybe it's faster. If I free fall. No. Yeah, basically I have to go past. Yeah, another bad run. God damn it! I'm so close to getting like crazy record time on this map, but I have to do this flawlessly and without a checkpoint. Which means if I get a slower time, I get less on the ranking. In an event of like a tiebreaker, I guess. Yeah, I could have gotten like 50 seconds this run, which would have been a new record for me. I could have if I had just gone. But, you know, if you skip the checkpoint, it saves like a couple, you know, like a second or two. But it's really important that you hit that you hit that first fan, like that first fan. Yeah, and like, you know, I don't shy away from topics. Obviously, I talk about a lot of stuff, but a lot of it is like really out of my control, and really all I can really do is maybe I can come up with like, you know, I don't know. Public speaking and essay writing has a place, and it's very important. But there's only so much you can do with it. Because in the end of the day, it's going to be people who are in positions of power who make the final say. So you really, getting people to go out and vote, and not even just vote, getting people to go out and like actually understand what they're voting for, because actually that's how we got to where we are in the first place. And now we're finding out more and more as people are kind of like realizing how much they've been duped. You know, like more and more people, I think, are realizing like how fucked up everything is. and all the rabbit holes they've been led down by people who have been manipulating them. Oh no. Lost a bench like a second or two. Yeah. I try not to be too... Obviously, I'm being transgender. I'm already very, like, according, you know, as far as, like, I'm very divisive as far as audience goes. Because there's literally people who will never accept me for who I am and just don't want to even, like, listen to me at all because they're so close-minded. They don't even want to listen to people who actually are the target of their hatred. It doesn't mean you have to, like, blindly listen to us. Like, if I was responsible for, like, deciding and speaking for the entire trans community, that would be pretty fucking scary. I'm, like, no single person is responsible or can speak for an entire demographic of people. So it's just a matter of, like, hey, like, maybe all the things that you've, like, feared about people are, like, aren't right, aren't true, like, and people are figuring it out, but, like, fuck. Like, god damn it, these people are, like, actual evil demons. Like, there's even people calling to, like, execute every LGBTQ person. There's people out there, like, and these are people, like, trying to, like, you know, become, like, a part of a church because they hide behind some illusion of religious belief. But you can claim anything as a religious belief. You can say, oh, I have a religious belief that, you know, I can break the law. Like, what? That's basically what they're doing. They say, oh, I can discriminate because it's religious belief. I can discriminate because it's religious. Like, no, you just want to discriminate. You're a terrible person. Fuck off. That's all there is to it. Just, you know, it's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but at least fucking admit it to yourself. Don't lie and pretend that you're trying to protect women. Don't lie and try to pretend like you're trying to protect women's sports. Don't lie and say that you care about children when all your actions have, like, only, like, hurt people. And when the actual problems that that are, you know, actually affecting women and actually affecting women's sports and are actually affecting children, like hunger for children especially, how come every single child in this country isn't given a guaranteed meal? At least, like, you know, guaranteed meals at school. How come there's schools out there that don't get enough funding because they're black schools? Or because they're accepting of trans people? Or because, etc., etc.? Why doesn't every single school get the same funding? Oh yeah, but this one had higher test scores. You mean they manipulated their classroom to make their test scores better and to, like, have a better sports team? Because apparently having a football team and not even having a girls team, just having a boys team, having, like, there's some illusion that, like, having a good football team, it means that you need more funding. or that if you have good test scores that you need more wouldn't you need less funding if you had good test scores? Wouldn't the ones who had worse test scores need more funding? Doesn't that make more sense? That if you lack funding, you're probably not teaching your kids as well, or if that you lack funding, your sports aren't doing as well. So like, why are the schools with the most elite, like the schools with like the most elite students are getting the most funding when all the schools who actually need funding are getting denied funding and they're just getting further and further behind? It's really fucked up. Like, it's a really fucked up situation. And it's like, just boggles my mind how people just like, how it's even so many people understand what's going on, but like, there's really nothing we can do about it. Despite having like entire like movements, like people like marching for change. You know, people dying during those marches because of some fucking asshole who thinks that like, oh, well, you know, I'm the one who's right. And then like, okay, so if you have to like commit violence for people to like accept your cause, then maybe there's something inherently wrong with your cause. Like, if you have to fight that hard for people to like, you know, like people are just protesting for basic human rights, and then there's people out there that are like, oh, well, what about my rights? I should be allowed to be an asshole and hate people. And then they like commit crimes and like kill people. And it's like, dude, like, what the, if that's what you have to do, then like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's a risk. So if you screw this up, it's like, it's a risk. So that's where they like, you have to practice. There's a way to... I've done it before. You can do it. Yeah. And obviously you want to do that on the first try, because otherwise you lose a lot of time. Yeah, anyway, let's change the subject a bit and just kind of jam out for a bit. You know, I every now and then I do get actual paychecks. You know, one of these days I'll get paychecks like that. Hopefully. Oh shit, there's spikes right there. I didn't even notice. I forgot about that. Okay, a little bit less. I need to jump right from the edge, but I need to adjust my fall a little to the left. Nope, too much to the left. Yeah, you get enough time, like, right at the last second to, like, make a last second adjustment. Like, last millisecond adjustment. God damn it. Yeah, the two-way makes it, like, a little bit annoying. Yes! Oh, that's the wrong way. So, I gotta figure this out. Is this even, you know, obviously it's completable. It wouldn't be available for me to play. Because when you make a map, you have to be able to complete it once in order for it to appear public. Wait, is there further left? Is there more stuff left? Does it start on the right side of the map? That might. I'm gonna check that next time. Because I know there is like a debate at the beginning, and there's a teleport on the left side. Nice, got some golden saws. I can refresh the store. Yeah, this one is very kind of, yeah, so there's the ending. Oh, so it is to the right. Oh, but are there teleports? Oh, so... But I go down there, right? But... What if I... Oh. There should be like... I guess they can't do unlimited mode. I mean, I guess you can just do that in the... You just do unlimited mode in the, you know, creative mode. But it'd be nice to do like, if you could set a stage to be like, I guess unlimited time wouldn't work in lobbies. Okay, it says to go down, but when I did that, I died. Body's still there. But then what? Oh, is there... I have to go that way? Oh, is there just a teleport there? No. Oh. Right. But yeah, I mean, since like already existing makes, since existing already divides my audience, you know, I don't know, I like ripping off the band-aids on things. Like if I just, you know, I guess in the military, in the army, they call it go dirty early. Or, yeah, because like, you know, basically prepare for, like, if prepare for the absolute worst situation. Like if you're gonna be, obviously you're not planning to be like you know, lost in a jungle. But if you're lost in a jungle, you have to accept the fact that you have only the resources you have with you, even if you can find others. Like you have to basically get used to the fact, like, okay, can I survive with what I have with me? If you can't, then you go search for new stuff. So like first, go dirty early. So like if, you know, the bare minimum of survival first. If guarantee that first, and then you can go look for like, you know, okay, now I need to look for, you know, like basic needs like water and stuff so that you can have the energy required to go get help. Like if you need to radio out, but you're like out of radio range or whatever. But you know, before you go out to search for like a radio signal, or like a satellite signal or something like that. Like before you do that, make sure that you can survive there. You know, because otherwise you're not going to be able to finish to do what needs to be done. It has to be at the last minute. It can't be before because you need the distance first. Oh, yeah. The little camera thing, so you can actually see where you're at that point. Or maybe that was just a coincidence, unless it always shows it. Angle, one-time angle. The person didn't set the exit direction or whatever. Okay, this level is a little bit annoying, but it's good because it's helping me with the physics and the precision. I don't even know how to get to the rest of the stage yet. Like, it says to go down there, but I did that once, and maybe there's something missing. Oh wait, is this it? Is that literally it? Oh, okay, I thought it's not a death one. I think I have to turn left right when I go in. Also, I think there's a crouch right when you land. I read that in the game, but I don't know if I did it right. Okay, and then what? Yeah, it's like, what is this? Oh, there's a... Is there a trampoline? No. Is that blue thing? Do I have to hit that blue thing? It says down. Oh, so I have to hold... Okay, it's easier. I don't have to time it. So if I just... Yeah, I'll roll with it. That's good. Okay, so if you fall... Hold it down. It's super easy. I don't have to time it or anything. There's no, like, specific, like... You tap it right at the millisecond you hit it or whatever. Unless... If I just go back and forth between the teleport, is there like a random route teleport? Or is there a specific number of times I have to go back and forth or something? No? Yeah, it's so much better. So much faster. Hold down slide. Hold down crouch. Hold down crouch while you're falling. While you from a big distance. Yeah, and you just roll with it. It does, because otherwise you lose like maybe like 500 milliseconds or something. I don't know. Maybe even a whole second. Yeah, I got the pink tutu. I don't think, I'm gonna have to, like, try to see... I feel like the only path so far has been, that I've seen, is taking the teleport, because I've tried everything to the right. Like, there's nothing over here. Tried the spikes. Is there? I don't see any secret teleports or anything. Unless it was that cloud of smoke has a secret teleport. Yeah, I'm like not seeing any like hidden teleports or anything. Ah, god damn it. Yeah, see, this is annoying. You have to turn right, like right the last second. Okay, this. Okay, and then what? See, like, there's a mirror thing there, right? So how do I go? How do I jump further? Like, I think I have to go past it. I don't think it's in between it. I feel like the in between thing is like a debate. So I have to like try to figure out how to increase my jump distance. But yeah, see, that's the problem. Can I jump on the spikes? I've seen people do that before. If you press it right at the exact same time. Oh, there's a oh, I fall on that one, I think. Oh, see, yeah, I gotta get into that last panel, I think. No? No. What? Oh, wait, is there a way to go through those? I don't even have to go up there. There's gotta be an Achilles heel here to, like, go through these. No? So I gotta go past to the right. And there's, like, a blue thing. That might be a teleport or something. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna try. Ah! Oh, damn it. What if I go... Oh, do I just... Okay, I tried the teleport a bunch. I tried jumping through the thing. You fall into... Do you have to somehow do it? It's like you fall straight down, and then you... There's not enough time to try to hit that blue thing. But I don't even know if the blue thing is where I'm trying to go. This is a crazy map. Obviously, it wouldn't be listed under maps unless it's completable, because the person who made it had to at least complete it once. Unless there's a glitch, or the devs put this in, and the devs put this in just to piss people off and make them think that there's a way, because they set the premise of if you make a map, you have to at least finish once. But what if the devs put it in on purpose? See if people would try to do it. So it's more and more looking like I do have to make the teleport jump. But where? Like, I don't see anything. Like, even if you make it through the narrow spot... Well, okay, wait. There's a way to jump further. Okay, I know that. If I go off the edge here... Oh, no. Oh, if you just jump through the teleport. Okay. Okay, that'll get me on top there. Okay, stand still first. Okay, and... Oh! Okay, there's gotta be a spot. You know, I have a thought right now. It's actually really important. I was gonna almost keep it to myself, but... Just like someone commented, like in real life, someone I'm working with, like someone who's helping me, and this person said, you know, after, you know, because this person, you know, I was telling this person like how, like, what I've been through like the past number of years, and this person said, like, I don't know how you survived that. And I didn't even realize, like, this is what it's like. What I'm going through is what it's like to push through those feelings that make you feel like you need to, like, that you can't go through life, that you need to, like people who are so depressed that they can't go on. You know what I mean? Should be pretty obvious. She was actually really amazed that I made it this far. I mean, this person was really, really amazed. Like, I don't know. It's like this person was like shocked that I survived. This person was like, "How did you survive that?" It's so many people. It's like you don't get to hear their stories because they never get a chance. And then I'm the one person, I guess, I'm the rare type of person who, you know, kept pushing. And it's like, this is what it looks like. This is what surviving looks like. Hey, what's up? You're the first today. Weed sprout. You're the first today. Where is it? Welcome. Yeah, I'm just kind of talking about stuff. I don't know. I just realized, like, I'm a survivor, you know? Like, I've totally, like, taken all the shit that life has handed me. And I could have gone a really different direction, like most people do in these kind of circumstances. It's almost like the world wants you to. It's almost like the world is pressuring you to destroy yourself and destroy your life. But I said no. I'm going to do what I can to make this life worth living. I'm not going to just give up on life because, you know, why? I'm not just going to give up on the first sign of trouble. Like, you know, you have to push through it, just like this map, you know? This map is fucking annoying. But I want to figure it out because I know it's playable. Otherwise, it wouldn't be listed here. It's possible to complete this map. So knowing that it's possible, obviously I could cheat and go into the creative mode to look at it. But I kind of like the idea of just... There's no secret death spots, no secret warps. Yeah, I mean, exactly. That's all you can do. I mean, what else is there? I mean, why would I waste my time and energy doing things that I can't control, you know? But there are things I can control, and I think that there's a lot less things that are out of my control than there are things that are in my control, and it's up to me to find those things. It's not up to anyone else, although there are people who are going to help me, you know? But it's not up to me. Like, it's not up to me whether or not people are going to step in. It's up to me whether I'm going to step in. And I'm doing what I can, even if it's wrong. I don't care. Because when I'm presented with information that changes things, I adapt. And I'm working with the best information I have. That's all anyone can do. Yeah, I could guess, but otherwise I'd be guessing literally every single step of the way. And if you do that, like, it's just, okay, I'm going to show you through example in the game. It's like this. If I just like, oh, I don't know where I'm going to land. Okay, oh no, I'm scared. And then you don't land in the right spot. So, like, sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith. And I think that's the only way to really do things, especially in this crazy tipsy-toppy fucking social media world. You literally, like, you can't trust anything, even truth, anymore. So, because truth is not always truth. Do you know what I mean? You can use truth and spin it. You know, that's what people have been doing for, like, you know, since the printing press. And even before then, you know, when literally people just, like, did public speaking. They called them orators. Socrates was, like, the most famous orator. There had to have been orators before him, obviously. He was the first one that, like, started a tradition, right? He was the one that lasted the tradition. Everyone remembers Socrates. No one remembers, like, Lostates. Or Lostates nuts. Or, you know, Losties. Losties nuts. I literally did. I mean, yeah, it's just, it's one of those things, you know? And then Plato was like, and I forgot who else. There's another dude. It was always a dude. Hey! Quick thought. What if all these men in history that everybody talks about, what if they were actually assigned female at birth? What if Socrates was a woman, a man, but assigned female at birth? Makes you think, huh? Like, found, like, some special, like root or something that, like, was probably really unhealthy. This is probably what trans people did throughout history, by the way, is they would find natural substances, natural sources of estrogen or testosterone, or some kind of estrogen blocking, or they would find, like, whatever they could to, like, suppress, because they couldn't synthesize hormones. We didn't figure that out for a long time. Unless there was a lot of stuff we didn't know before Alexandria burned down in Egypt. Because it's possible we could have had a lot of stuff that just was, like, very temporal. Like, for the internet example, for example. If there was something similar to the technology we have today, but then got wiped out, like, completely, and, like, over time, people just, like, you know, a generation, or maybe a few generations, like, people start, you know, people just forget. You know, like, it's just, like, especially if there's no evidence, and there's going to be places around the world where there's literally no contact with the rest of the planet. So, like, what if there was places and, like, everything outside of the academic world was completely lost, and all the people who knew about it were, like, murdered in a battle or something like that. And then those people all, like, took their own lives as, like, you know, because they wanted to undo history. That was their goal. They wanted to undo history for some reason. And so they burned down every piece of knowledge and got rid of everybody or put them all on a secret island for the rest of their lives. Let's just say that. Instead of doing the obvious thing, which was using swords and shit like that. See, this is what happens when you try to, quote-unquote, protect children from, like, harsh truths of reality. Obviously, there's a time, you know, obviously certain things are just kind of like, hey, like, you know, there's certain things, you know, we protect them from, you know, that are very obvious, but, oh, there we go. I think I did it. I think I figured it out now. You gotta land on the little left thing. Okay, we made progress. We made significant progress. Let's check this out. Now I have to make it to that platform. Yeah, this one, it's faster if I just... There's a way to turn around without having to stop. In the mid-air. Like, if I stop... Boop. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like that. Just press W and D at the same time. And then hold it to jump. You just hold W. You stand. Like press W and D and then release D immediately after. And you jump straight up and facing the opposite direction. Otherwise you move with it. But if you hold down W or just let go of both, I guess. But you might want to hold W to, like, I don't know why, but... That works too. If I missed the first one. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a crazy fucking world. I have no idea what's going on. I just work with the best info I have. Anything that people think that I would do is wrong. I'm not doing anything malicious. I don't have any bad intentions. Everything I'm doing is to improve my life and just enjoy my life at least, and not get in the way of other people, and just protect myself and hopefully do some good while I'm here on this earth. But, you know, intention and actual, like, ability are two different things. But I can't really control that. I can control, you know, okay, I can just take a leap of faith, or I can just, like, you know, just do my thing, and when I'm presented with new information, make an adjustment, or I can just not do the thing until I have more information. And all of those have different repercussions. Sometimes you do want to fight back. And when it's really long-standing issues, such as civil rights, for any group, for any demographic, including Christians. Because Christians are persecuted too, in a different way. But not the people who think they're being persecuted. I want to make that very clear. But those people should not be treated as, like, vile, like, pariahs. They should be, like, if we really believe that people, if we really believe that people deserve, like, benefit of the doubt, like, if people really do believe that we need that people deserve the benefit of the doubt, and that we need to be able to discuss things with people and actually make progress, and actually having conversations instead of just going back and forth between the same exact talking points for decades at a time with absolute no progress or in the conversation whatsoever. There's clearly something that's not working. And so it doesn't mean that we abandon all of our efforts. It means that we do a different approach. And we, you know, you can do that in a way that, you know, like, okay, maybe the way that you're doing it is the best way, but it's just not perfect because it's such a fucking fucked up situation, because it involves so many people working with incomplete information, making very, very serious decisions based on those assumptions that have very serious implications and consequences. And there's really nothing you can do but just, hey, we did the best we could with what we knew. But when you know better, if you're going to double down on something, there better be a good fucking reason. And if your reason is because I don't think these people deserve to be treated the same way as everybody else because I think they're evil, I'm not going to treat anybody who hates trans people any differently. You know, I'm going to treat myself differently, because if somebody is hurting me, I'm gonna separate from that person, distance from that person. But if that person's gonna hurt me against my will, that person is committing a crime, and I am not at fault. That person is wrong. And if that person doesn't understand they're wrong, then how do we help that person understand that they're harming people? It's a really tough question because most of the time people get very emotional, and this happens no matter what, no matter who you are, and no matter what side, if you think of it that way, because I don't think of it as sides. I think of it as there's people who don't understand what's going on and who are unwittingly in a lot of cases pushing causes that harm people. But then there's people who definitely know what they're doing. And these people are pushing a very, very specific agenda of hatred. And it's really hard for the unsuspecting person to understand that sometimes people are just evil. And nothing you do or say or do will change that. And it's really hard to convince like an everyday, like conservative, like maybe like just a blue collar worker living in a state where, maybe it's very like kind of like homogenous and like, like if there's like a whole bunch of like people who are like, exactly like them. And when they hear on the news about like, oh, they're reading about transgender people, I have no idea what this is. The only time I saw this was in some movie I saw like 40 years ago. And it left a bad taste in my mouth about the idea of trans people.
Great to be here as always, Tom. First to the end wins as usual, but not gonna lie, I'm sweating for them today.
And so I'm going to make all my decisions based on that single prejudice that was also fictional. Not even based in reality. And so like what they do is they know that these conservative people that are just like kind of like not very like exposed to a very diverse demographic where they live, they understand like how to manipulate these people. And so it's like it's really hard, and I think the veil is coming off nowadays recently. It's still very scary times we live in, but I think more and more people are seeing the behavior of like these extreme groups and these extreme politicians. And it's like the more we just kind of ignore them the best we can, the more we just ignore them and just live our lives without any like say, hey, like, I'm just doing my own thing. And it's very clear and obvious that the person who's screaming and shouting, frothing at the mouth, saying that trans people are like, like groomers or whatever. And it's like literally we're finding out left and right that a lot of these people are being figured out as like actual P words, Oh, fun. It's hard to land there. Yeah, and then you have to go off to the side if you don't hit it already. And then you have to do a wall jump right, I believe. Oh, unless I have to hit the blue thing. If you hold W and D while I'm going to the portal, I think it's consistently getting me facing the right direction. So I think if I hold W and D, or maybe even just, no, I have to hold W and D, jump and right, while, yeah, hold W and D while while in the portal. If I do that, I think it'll consistently get me on the top left. Yeah. I think that's how you do it. Nope, not far enough. Yep. Fixed it. Now this part takes some extreme accuracy. Too far. Nope. You can't do it while you're going in. You have to press it after you get in. Like the split, like a couple milliseconds difference. Yeah, if you have to jump at the right spot there, or you have to stop. Oh. Yeah, if you jump too far, you have to stop. Okay, here we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yes. Okay, now what? Oh, there's a... Oh, look at us. Look where we got. Oh, no. You have to... Okay, 4. On the 4th jump. On the 4th jump. I think. Oh, we're not going to make it. Okay, we made progress. We made progress. I'm just gonna jam out for a bit. little to the right past these bar things tell you like little landmarks. So it's a little bit, the blue thing is a little bit to the right of the last one. Okay, so it's on the third one. Yes. right, new challenge. New challenge. New challenge added. It feels a certain way when you do it right. Like as a physical feeling that's separate from any other way. And if I can remember that feeling, I can like get there more consistently. Okay, let's do this until I get to at least the trampolines. If I can get at least to the trampolines again, I think, you know, obviously if we make it that run, that's good, but after we make it to the trampolines again, we'll go back into the pairing pool and into the queue. So we're trying to get at least to the trampolines again. What? Yeah, it's getting more consistent, but I'm like, I need to be slightly more accurate. Oh, I actually have a meeting coming up pretty soon, so I actually gotta go. Let's try one more time. One more time, and then I'm ending stream. I'll be back later though, cause I'm just really feeling like grinding this game today. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.